Good Friday morning, YouTube maulers. This is Donnie coming at you from Central Texas. Uh, just a little stash ads that I picked up this week, and I had a great weekend. Last weekend was great. My daughter came in from Huntsville, so I spent a lot of time with her and her husband. And Saturday night we got out and cooked some hamburgers on the smoker, and my stepdaughter and son-in-law came over, and my granddaughter came over, and we just had a nice family outing, and it was pretty good. And then Saturday morning I went to the grocery store, and I came back from the grocery store, and there was a surprise on the bed of my truck. It was a model car kit. I couldn't figure out where it come from or who put it there, because nobody had got here yet. And so I got to investigating, and I found out my neighbor Travis had went to a garage sale that morning, and he seen this kit that I'm fixing to show you at a garage sale. And when he seen it, he thought about me. And I sure appreciate it, Travis. Now let's get down and show you the kit. A 1972 Corvette, and it's made by AMT, and it was produced in 2002. And I opened it up and went through it, and nothing was sealed, but it looked like all the parts were there. And to my surprise, I found a bottle of Tester's black paint and red paint in it. And I said, somebody was intending on building this car, because there was also a tube of Tester's glue and a pack of brushes from Tester's in it. So that was a good find for Travis, and I'm glad he thought about me and got it. And I really appreciate anything my neighbors do for me. The last couple of years I've had some great neighbors and some great kids to help me out, because I've kind of been down a little bit, but I'm back on my feet and doing good. Okay, and then Tuesday morning I was out in the office looking at YouTube videos, and my wife came in and she said, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Whatever you want to do." She said, "Well, I want to go to Dollar Tree." I said, "Okay." And then she told me about the incident at Dollar Tree where somebody drove into the front window of it. So they kind of boarded up and everything. And I said, "Well, you want to go to that one?" She said, "No, we go to one in Killeen." And then I figured it out. The Dollar Tree next in Killeen is next to Hoppy Lobby. And then she asked me, "Are your models on sale this week?" And I said, "Sure are." I said, "Well, why don't we just make a Mormon out of it?" And we went out to Little Tex and eat breakfast, and then we went on to Killeen. And while we were in Killeen, I went into Hobby Lobby, and of course I come out with some models, because it'd been about 2, maybe 3 months since I bought any models. And the first one I come out with is the 1960 Ford F100. And this kit also has a trailer with it. I hadn't opened it yet, and there's the side view of it. And I've watched a video on Austin Model, I think it was, that built it from start to finish. And I like what I see in it. And you can build it one of 3 ways: stock, custom, or service. Let me show you the service side of it. There you go, there's the service side. And then it's got a tri-power engine that's included in it, and full color details for the service sheet. So it'll get built, but when, I don't know. gets added to my stash collection. Then the second car I picked up was the 1955 Bel Air sedan. I love my 55s, I love my 56, and I love my 57s. And my mom had a 55 when I was 14, 15, and it's black and white. And a little story to that 55, it was almost Christmas time, and for some reason the carburetor caught on fire and the car burnt under the hood pretty good. And Mom had it towed back to the house, and when she got home she said, "Donnie," I said, "Yes ma'am." She said, "Will you do me a favor? Go out and look in the trunk and make sure everything's in the trunk is okay." I said, So I went out and I opened the trunk up because the hood was scorched, and inside the trunk was all the Christmas stuff she had bought for Christmas that year, and she wanted to make sure the fire hadn't got back there and burned anything. Well, no biggie, it was all good to go, so she didn't have to worry about Christmas again, because back then money was tight for my family. So and then my first car was a 55 Chevy. It was a 4-door, but I still loved that car just like I did the 2-doors and 2-door hardtops. You can't go wrong with a 55 Chevy. And then if I had the capabilities and the time and the energy, I would build a 1-to-1. Speaking of 1-to-1, my uncle Phil, who is 3 years older than I am, we grew up together, and he's got a 1-to-1 55 2-door sedan. So I took this kit that I had on hand and I built it just like his 55 was. He sent me the pictures and everything, and I was planning on taking it to him eventually, but since I can't go out of town anymore, I guess I'll mail it to him one of these days. But you will always see 55s, 56, 57s in my stash. I cannot pass them up. Then the next kit I picked up was the 1967 Chevelle by AMT. I built this car once box stock, and I've used parts out of this car to build a 55 Chevy Pro Street and a 57 Pro Street. And I used the chassis out of it, I used the tires, and it's got an outstanding 396 big block in it. And I use other parts from it. I use the seats sometimes. I use the roll bar cage sometimes. Mainly I got this car for parts. And I got a habit when I go to Hoppy Lobby, if they got them 40% off, no matter what's going on, I'm going to walk out with a 67 Chevelle in one of my hands, if they have them on stock. So that's it for the 67 Chevelle. The next car I picked up, and the last, was a 1966 Chevy Nova Pro Street. I built this car 5 years ago for my wife, and she didn't really care for it because it had the hood scoop and stuff on it. And to give you the backstory, when we first got married, I was in basic, and she bought a 1967 Chevy Nova from an old couple. I mean, that when I come home from basic and AIT, that car was immaculate. It didn't have a lot of miles on it or anything. It looked like off the showroom floor. And she got a great deal with it. It was some old couple that had it, and then they couldn't drive anymore, so they sold it. So last year I got another one, and I can't find the 67 over, but the 66 is close to it. So I built that car just like the one she had back when we were teenagers, and she loved that one. I built it box stock with no Pro Street stuff. Didn't put the hood scoop on it because I didn't want to make her mad again. But anyway, she was good to go with that one. And I said, where do you want me to put it? She said, put it with the rest of your collection. And so I did. And it's sitting in the house with the rest of them. So that's the end of my stash ads. Just a little bit about what's going on in the shop. I'm still working on the 41 Plymouth. I think I'll have it together this weekend. I'm hoping it turned out okay. I've used a lot of the 67 Chevelle parts on that one. I've got it painted. I'm having some issues with the full link in the back, getting the tires on it like I want it. And then I had an issue with the headers on it, but I finally got that figured out. So maybe Monday or Tuesday I can do a final on the 41 Plymouth. Then I got the 1983 GMC sitting over there, still in the same state it was. The chassis built up. Haven't really paid attention because I'm not really happy with the engine that came with that kit. It just seems too small for the truck. So I don't know. I'm just thinking in my mind I might order me a engine from MCV Products and get it in and build it and put it in there. Other than that, that's about what's going on in the shop. It's been a busy week for me. We've had appointments, and then yesterday I had to take Becky to the driver's license plate and get her license renewed, and she had an appointment, but appointments don't mean nothing there. 3 hours later she comes out the door with her license in her hand. But I guess that's the way it is this day and time. Okay, I'm signing off, and I hope all of you have a great weekend. And I really appreciate all the likes and the comments and the subscribes I've got from the last 5 videos. And I hope y'all enjoy them. Take care and bye.